It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Wednesday, the 11th of August. I'm Michael Groff. An active start to the day over portions of the area. A flash flood warning is currently in effect for the eastern portions of Maricopa County, the Far East Valley, including East Mesa, Fountain Hills, parts of Scottsdale, Apache Junction, Granite Reef Dam, Falcon Field, Usery Mountain Park, and Fort McDowell. This also includes the Salt and Verde Rivers, as well as Bulldog Wash and Sycamore Creek, until 12:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. And the usual advice applies here. Turn around, don't drown, don't cross any flooded areas where you see the water flowing. Don't do it, all right? All right, as for the rest of the area today, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms will be around, and any one of them could produce some locally heavy rain that could lead to flash flooding. So we'll keep that hazard up in the moderate range for today. But an increasing chance of rain comes in here this weekend and even into early next week before a potential change in the weather pattern thereafter, although even that has some degree of uncertainty, as we will discuss. All right, let's get into it here. Checking out the almanac from yesterday. How about 94 degrees, the afternoon high? 76 was the morning low, thanks to some showers around, and we did pick up 1,100ths of an inch officially at Sky Harbor Airport. And some of you saw more than that from those early morning storms yesterday. And looking outside right now at 9:05 a.m., this camera pointed northward out of downtown Phoenix, and there's some rain off to the northeast, and we are sitting at 81 degrees at Sky Harbor, but it is air you can wear. Dew point at 72, relative humidity 74%, the wind from the east at 9 miles per hour, and the barometer is rising. Here's the current radar, and we do have that persistent area of showers and thunderstorms over far northern Pinal, eastern Maricopa, and up into parts of Gila County. And yes, heavy rain that's leading to flash flooding is ongoing in those areas. We just see a continued development and redevelopment of showers and storms in that zone. And so that will continue for the next couple of hours. We should start to see a decreasing trend of precipitation there, isolated storms elsewhere. The upper air look shows you why we have this unsettled weather across the region right now. An upper low centered across central and western Arizona, continuing to create enough dynamic support for those scattered showers and storms. And that will be with us for the rest of today and into tonight. The watch warning map, we covered our flash flood warning here. There's also a warning up for the Tonto Basin area. So keep that in mind and keep watch for any of these showers and storms that pop up through the area. Elsewhere, heat is the big problem across a good portion of the country. The Plain States, the Southeast, parts of the Northeast, the Pacific Northwest, excessive heat watches there as another round of high heat is in place there. And of course, we have those fires continuing to burn out here across the West as well. Extremely poor air quality, those air quality alerts for much of the Rockies, the Intermountain West. Here's the convective outlook for today. We've got the enhanced risk of severe storms, level 3 out of 5 around Madison and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as well as Chicago over toward Muskegon and Grand Rapids, Michigan, with the standard slight risk for a fair portion of the upper Midwest and Great Lakes states. Here in Arizona, we're in the green once more, so thunderstorms possible, organized severe weather not likely. Any one storm, of course, during the monsoon can become severe, but the big risk from storms today will be that potential of heavy rain leading to flood or flash flooding. All right, let's check out the tropics. A lot going on here. In the Atlantic Basin, we've got a wave out there between the African coast and the Lesser Antilles, and then we have Tropical Storm Fred now on the board. And this system is going to have some trouble getting organized over the next 24 to 48 hours as it encounters land interaction with Hispaniola there. And so that might weaken it to a depression, but then it should start to get a little bit better organized as it tracks to the northwest, but still going to have some interaction with land here, so it should not become a hurricane. Now, it is possible that once it gets into the eastern Gulf there, it may briefly become a hurricane as it approaches the Florida Panhandle and making landfall somewhere near Apalachicola. At least that's how it looks by early Monday. But obviously this can change. Taking a look at the modeling on this, this is the tropical set for Fred here, and most of these are in line with the NHC track right now. Of course, we'll keep you posted on this. Then a bit closer to home in the eastern Pacific, we've got two tropical systems on the board. There's Kevin and Linda. Both of them are tropical storms. We won't really worry about Kevin right now. Linda may very well become a hurricane over the next couple of days as it continues to track to the west-northwest. And some of the modeling had been picking up on this, having some interaction or impact on our weather here in the southwest. And looking at the GFS ensemble, the track on this, there is the possibility that this does hook off to the right eventually and maybe some of that moisture gets pulled up into the western United States. But right now, not something that we're particularly concerned about. But the tropics in the East Pacific have remained rather active, and with deeper troughing expected next week, some of this moisture could get pulled up into our area. So we will, of course, keep our eyes to the south. All right, here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through next Wednesday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts in Phoenix around an inch, but how about 2 to 4 inches across parts of southeast Arizona, northwest Mexico, southern New Mexico? As a rather active pattern is coming in here, shaping up to produce maybe some significant precipitation in spots, especially as we get to this weekend and early next week. And we'll get into this now as we dive into modeling. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure building in across the Pacific Northwest. We have an upper low sitting over Arizona. This feature is not moving very much. So for today, down at the surface, those showers and storms across eastern Maricopa County and some of the adjacent areas will start to diminish as we go through the rest of the morning hours. And then partly sunny with widely scattered showers and thunderstorms redeveloping this afternoon. Highs in the mid-90s, but with humidity levels being as high as they are, the heat indices may exceed 100 degrees. Tonight, we're partly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms across south central and eastern Arizona. And overnight lows mainly in the mid-70s to low 80s. Tomorrow, chance of showers and storms in the morning, slight chance of showers and storms in the afternoon, partly sunny. High temperatures, mid-90s to around 100, very similar to today. Then on Friday, partly sunny, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, high temperatures upper 90s to near 100. But another inverted trough is approaching, so by Friday night, we should start to see a fairly dramatic increase in the number of showers and storms across the state. And the potential of heavy rain that could lead to flood or flash flooding increases at that point. And then the weekend is shaping up to be generally unsettled here. Our Pacific Northwest ridge starts to break down in favor of troughing up there. Here in Arizona, an inverted trough is in place for scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms. The potential of some locally heavy rain will be around as well. And high temperatures well below average. Pretty good likelihood we don't get to 100 degrees either Saturday or Sunday. And which day is going to be more active and which day could produce the best chance of heavy rain, we don't know that yet, but just a generally unsettled forecast should be in place. And that may hold into Monday as well. But again, the details of this still need to be ironed out. We still have broad troughing over the Pacific Northwest, and the flow aloft is going to eventually start to turn out of the southwest here. But how deep that Pacific Northwest trough ultimately gets, that could have an influence on us as well. Some of the model guidance suggests this thing gets, the base of this gets down here into the southwest. And if that happens, the potential of strong or severe storms could start to increase. So we'll have to keep an eye on this situation. And Tuesday could still be unsettled too. Although again, with broad southwesterly flow, that would typically start to dry us out. But if we do have some tropical activity to the south of us over the eastern Pacific, could still see a fairly good stream of moisture in here. And with troughing, that could lead to more cyclonic flow for better dynamic support for showers and storms. But all of that remains to be seen. We'll just broad brush the forecast with a general 30 to 40% chance of precipitation. All right, here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 18th, troughing still to the north of us. And I would think that we would be drier here, although the GFS still insists on at least some chance of precipitation across parts of the state, with the prevalence of some subtropical moisture still being pulled northward. Then taking a look out 10 days. This is Friday the 20th, rather impressive upper low over the Pacific Northwest, strong troughing there, and that extends all the way down into the greater Southwest. This is kind of a fall-like setup. But what's interesting here is that even though this would conceptually be a dry flow of air out of the southwest, again, the GFS says no, there will be moisture around, and there are a considerable number of members in both the GFS and European ensemble sets here that keep moisture around for continued chances of showers and storms, but this is by no means a typical monsoon setup. Very curious solution that I'm not sure I buy into just yet, but one that is intriguing and we'll keep an eye on. Regardless of how this plays out, the one thing that does remain to be fairly clear, the screaming message off the models, is that temperatures will remain well below average here. In fact, if this plays out, highs could stay in the 90s here for much of next week. We'll just have to see about that. All right, now as we check out rainfall for Phoenix over the next couple of weeks, this is coming off of the European ensemble. Very interesting here. The ensemble mean is actually over 2 inches. And there are a distinct set of members within the ensemble that show rainfall rates in the 3 to 5 inch range. And even checking out the GFS ensemble, very similar here. You've got a contingent of members showing active weather to continue all of next week. Rainfall rates here, 2 and 3 inches. The ensemble mean around 1.5 inches. Even that would be really impressive. And I still tend to favor a drier solution here, but you just can't discount a third to 40% of these members that show very active weather all next week and beyond. All right, checking out the temperatures off of the national blend of models. And, really regardless of how this plays out, the overwhelming majority of guidance shows high temperatures staying at or below average for a good portion of the forecast period. And I certainly hope that comes to fruition. Boy, we need it. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, they are always encouraged as well. I thank you so much for watching. You guys be safe out there, especially this morning with those flooded roadways in the East Valley and eastern Maricopa County. Of course, stay cool, stay hydrated, watch your kids around the swimming pool, and have yourselves a fantastic Wednesday.